Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about commercial real estate and how it will be changed forever because of this virus.
It's amazing. It really is. I'm thinking about all those, like we talked about a little bit at the end of the show yesterday. You shared about, hey, you send everybody home. Now they're thriving. You know, do we need to bring them back in and have that overhead and the expense and the rent and the, you know, the water delivery and the, you know, the cleaning staff? There's a lot. The power bill. I mean, think about all this.
People my age are really used to going to the stores to get stuff. Younger people, not so much. And it's just a habit. It's not, even though it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to have everything delivered. Now I'm forced to have everything delivered. Do you think I'm going to go back to the stores after I've realized how easy this is? No way.
Right.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Levi wrote, hey there, random question, but it relates to buying through escrow, either land or homes. I haven't purchased a home for my family yet, so I will qualify for first-time home buyer incentives when I buy. If I purchase a piece of land through escrow prior to actually buying a home through escrow, will that affect my first-time home buyer incentive? I'm just wondering if utilizing escrow for a piece of land will affect buying a home for the first time in any way. I'm thinking the mortgage side of purchasing home is what affects the first-time home buyers discounts, not the escrow process.
You are correct, Levi.
Any feedback helps. Thanks.
You answered your own question. It has nothing to do with escrow and everything to do with lender. Speaking of lenders, what's going to happen to lenders?
By the way, come on, let's just back up. Isn't this all just a made-up thing anyway to try to get someone to buy a home for the first time?
I mean, maybe it's like a quarter
It's not
point
like it's
off.
a federal thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a federal thing.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm eating my words.
I think it's actually a Freddie Mae Fannie Mac thing. I think that, I don't know what, you know what, I should stop right there because I don't know.
Finance through that.
Yeah, but that's mortgage insurance. So Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac are mortgage insurers.
Right.
So I don't know what, I don't know what the program is. I know this. In some way, the loan's cheaper, whether it might be in the form of putting less down payment, or the interest rate's less.
Okay.
It's one of those two things, or both. Like I know a VA loan, a veteran loan is zero. Like you can get 0% down.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to do that? I don't know. And Levi, why would you want a mortgage?
Yeah, let's talk for a moment, Levi. This is the bigger question. Okay, let's just throw that whole thing out and let's think about this for a moment. Why don't we save up and pay cash for something? Or just rent. You could rent for a long time. And guess what? When crazy things happen, and like right now, and the $400,000 house is now about to be a $200,000 house, and you paid $400,000, you really want to be going, great, well, this is now our forever home. Congratulations. You know, or, hey, thank goodness, now we can rent something cheaper. Our lease is up in 3 months. Okay, we're moving to something cheaper.
Or, you know, save up to pay cash for a house, and then it doesn't matter. You paid $400,000 for cash for a house. It's now currently worth $200,000, and this is going to happen. These aren't made up numbers. It happened the last recession. I'll just keep my house because it's going to come back, and it will come back.
It will. But do you want to hang?
But do you want to pay interest in a payment, and when you're potentially your job's maybe at jeopardy? No, Jill's exactly right. Why do you want a mortgage? I don't think there's any time you should actually really have a mortgage.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a scenario like, I don't know, it's a farm, and your revenue, your income comes from making food and I don't know, and you live there too. So maybe but now it's not a house in the suburbs.
I would honestly, I just think that if it's just got to be a decision that you're going to stay there anyway. It's like your forever home. I'm not kidding. You have $3 million in the bank, and you're going to pop down $500,000 on your forever home. I'm okay with that. Seriously. Because you're paying cash for it. Not just that's not a deposit. You're paying cash for it. It's done. We've made that decision. I've got $2.5 million right now. I'm going to make more anyway, no matter what. Like Warren Buffett. We all know Warren Buffett can afford a nicer, newer, fancier, bigger home, but no, he made that decision a long time ago. He's staying in his house.
Right. And absolutely, Jill. And a more likely scenario is you're a young couple, you're just starting out, you're paying rent. Maybe you have some kids, you've got a 2-bedroom apartment somewhere. What you should be doing is taking 20 or 30% of your money that's left over and putting it into a bank account somewhere so that you can buy a house for cash and plan it all out.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. I wrote a
like in 10 years.
Yeah, like 10 years. 10 years is great. Oh, Steve, but I could buy a house right now. And take a look at the interest payment, the first 10 years of a mortgage and how much equity you actually pay down. It's not a straight line scenario. It's not like month one, my payment's $1,000, $200 goes to equity, $800 goes to interest, and then I'll be done. No, it goes like this.
That's a valid point.
It's all interest.
You're right.
In the first
so instead of doing that, this is a very good one.
I wrote a technical paper on this.
This is so good, but I want to finish this for a second. So because it's really easy to look at it that way. Instead of getting a house right now today with a 30, even a 15-year mortgage, let's spend, because the first, how much? Third to a half of that time is interest only, right? Let's not pay that interest and just think like, all right, I'm going to put 10, 15 years of money aside to pay cash at that point for something.
Guarantee you'll come out ahead.
That makes so much more sense.
Guarantee it. Here's why. In 15 years, your life's going to be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be in that house. Maybe a worldwide virus happens. Oh, that could never happen.
Maybe 20 kids happen.
What do you mean worldwide virus? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that would never happen. Shut the whole world down? Oh, good luck.
What do you mean we're all going to be working on computers and our jobs?
Like close the beaches? Are you nuts? That's insane.
What do you mean there's no such thing as a store anymore? You just buy everything online and they send it to you.
That's ridiculous. You mean you're telling me I can't just walk down the street to my bar? Good luck. Disneyland closed. Never. Yep.
In the state of California, if someone told me you will be able to order a drink from your favorite bar, walk up to it, bring your mug, they pour it for you, you pay them, and then you walk outside on the street.
And walk home.
Yeah, and it's fine. I would have said, when pigs fly. Guess what Jill and I did last night?
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Today's topic, which this rant you just worked your way through. Yeah. Thank you. Ties into this topic. Commercial real estate will be changed forever. This is why you're listening. Do we need strip malls? Not anymore. We never really, we kind of did before.
Yeah.
We needed to go to a 7-Eleven if we wanted a Coke. Now we just order one online and they bring it to you. Do we need to go to an office? Nope. Do we need big buildings to manufacture stuff?
Yes.
No. Do we?
To manufacture things.
I don't know.
I can't build a car in my I could build a car in my living room, but I couldn't build 100.
Where did Tesla just build their new factory?
Wasn't it Mexico? Was it here?
The most rural area of Nevada you can possibly imagine. Rural Nevada.
Get to know lack of current events, Jill. I didn't know that.
Ultra cheap real estate. Why? Because their jobs they're incredibly automated, first of all. So, what's the most up-to-date manufacturing facility of its time? I think it's now 2 or 3 or 5 years old. So there's as a production efficiency automation scenario, you don't need a lot of people to work there. So the people that do work there, they move there, and they're usually high-paid workers that they're not drilling the side of a hole in the side of the car like they were in 1950s.
It's true.
The machines are doing that. What they have there now are very highly trained and command a high salary computer people to make sure these machines don't break down.
Engineers.
Yeah.
Right.
Mechanical engineers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all changing. So do we need factories in the middle of town where all the people live? Nope.
This is going to be
so what commercial real estate do we really need?
Maybe
I can't
hotel?
think of any. A hotel, that's a great example. A hotel. And a tourist attraction because the pyramids aren't going anywhere or the ocean's not going anywhere and you need a place to go to vacation. So that's a great point. Do I need to go to restaurants?
I don't need to go to a restaurant, but if I get, if this is extended another couple months, something's going to happen in our house. Just kidding. No, but I need to get out. I like to go out and I know you do too. But it's optional.
Jill's right. There is a need for restaurants. Do we need as many as we have now? No, the whole
That's
world
fair.
is getting by without going to a restaurant right now. Do you think that's going to permanently change everybody's behavior?
Right.
I think so. I will tell you personally, I looked at my personal bank account over the last 3 weeks and I'm like, we're not spending any money anymore.
Yeah.
We don't go out to eat.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's good.
We don't go out, we don't go out on the weekend and buy everybody drinks, a couple rounds of drinks, which is not the cheapest thing in the world where we live. So you don't think that's going to change people's behavior permanently? Let's say people stop going to restaurants 20% of the time after this is over. That's a massive shift in commercial real estate.
You're right.
Or maybe people who own restaurants or are starting restaurants are going to say, hey, remember what happened in 2020? Well, I'm not going to get caught with my pants down again like that. If I need this piece of real estate, I'm going to open a restaurant and then we're going to build this little thing over here that just becomes a takeout.
We'll be ready for it. Again. Yeah. That's true. Well, it's interesting. We were involved in call it an experiment the other night. We talked about a little bit before that a friend of ours for her birthday said, let's do a Zoom thing. And we started off all drinking wine. And at the end, we're doing shots, all in the comfort of our own homes, in our living rooms, and having fun and laughing. And we were actually shockingly, I think, getting the same experience, with our friends as being out in a bar. I couldn't hug them, but we were laughing, cracking jokes just as we would. And it's so interesting.
I had about 80% as much fun as we would have had in person, and that was good enough.
And you know what? You had 80% as much fun, right? And you had 95% more money left over, because think about what we're spending.
That's right.
So you know what? I'm not kidding. I'm going to open my own virtual bar.
We should start tonight.
I think that would be fun. And I'll put it in our local Facebook groups and see who shows up.
It's a brilliant idea.
This would be so fun.
Costs nothing.
Yep. Local Facebook, watch me.
Or maybe donate like $1 or donate something just so the riffraff doesn't show up. It can't be free. Maybe it's donate $5. We'll set up a Venmo account for like the fire department.
Okay. I'm here with you. So excuse us while we're going to have a brainstorm. Excuse me, during this show. What? Okay, I like this.
The hospital.
So wait a minute, a Zoom event, we're collecting.
It's a charitable event.
It's a charitable event.
100% of all of it goes to.
We got to fix something.
The medical center here, close by here.
Okay. All right. To a local medical facility. We'll figure that out.
Or we'll find a nonprofit one, or whoever needs it. I mean, maybe even.
What about homeless?
I just donated $100 to somebody sent me my favorite bar. Oh, they're all out of work, so they said, "Hey."
Oh, the restaurant thing. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you did that. Thank you.
So maybe it's that.
My favorite bar. Oh, that's not crazy. Because we're doing a virtual bar.
Because it'll all be local here.
Yeah. No. How about our local people?
So whatever the local thing that needs some help, we'll donate to that.
Hey, whatever it is, you should do it too. Think about it. This is a time, come on, we all need to give back to and help everybody out. Thank you. Happy you could join us today. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us on the Land Academy Show. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can find us right here on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called Jill's Way of Working from Home. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. I'll give you a sneak peek of what Jill's going to say. It doesn't involve sitting on my lap. We don't work in the same space.
That'd be hilarious.
We don't have lunch together.
Nope.
It's very, very separate and quiet.
It's nice.
We Skype each other as if we could be in different countries.
Oh, totally. Never mind rolling on different floors. It's great. The House Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listeners. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property. Out.